Hello, everyone, and welcome to my first foray into Let's Plays. I would like to introduce you to a gem of an indie game, Between the Stars. Now, before we get started, there is footage of me doing general side quests in the background while we go over what Between the Stars has to offer. Between the Stars is a space-themed, story-driven survival and exploration game where players take on the role of the captain of a starship in branching story and narrative where choices and consequences can lead to branching results. The game involves managing resources, repairing and upgrading your ship, exploring distant planets and star systems, as well as completing story driven side quests and main story missions to advance your progression as well as unlock further upgrades. It combines elements of resource management, strategic decision making, and immersive space exploration and ship to ship combat, while also offering a tabletop like experience when managing your crew and side content during various gameplay scenes. Although this is an indie game, its story choice and dice roll system can be one of its greatest draws, allowing for an immersive experience where nothing feels set in stone and choices, consequence, and system comes naturally, providing that you choose the default new campaign start, that is, at the beginning of your campaign choices. The game does have its moments, of course, where dialogue and text based quality can feel uneven and the mood is not conveyed across correctly, but at its core, the experience is solid. In the end, whether it's on sale or not, I highly recommend you experience this gem as I have. If you have reached the end of this intro, however, I thank you for staying and hope you enjoy what is to come. Thank you very much. Okay, so before we get started, I must say that my stats are a bit higher than they should be. I have been farming a lot prior to this objective, but now that it's all said and done, let's get on with the War Council.
Greetings, Captain. I hope you didn't have any setbacks on your journey here.
All of our missions have setbacks, sir. In fact, I must speak with you in private.
The War Council will be held in a few hours. Whatever it is, we'll have to wait. Land immediately and take care of everything before the Council.
At your disposal, Admiral.
Okay, so pretty much like he just said, I'm going to take care of a few things and then we'll get straight on to the objective. See you in a bit. You enter the headquarters for the first time and it leaves you quite surprised. Most of your military training had taken place at the Tacit Stella barracks, a stark contrast to the sophistication you see before you. Captains and other military officials are all heading for the immense hall where the meeting is about to take place. This is only the beginning. Even though the attack by the Children of the Sun caught the Republic off guard, you're quiet. You're quick to pick yourselves up and begin planning the counterattack. Head towards the Great Hall. The hall is gigantic. A large table in the background presides over the meeting, while the rest of the captains are seated in their designated area. You go to yours, and after a few minutes, the council begins. After a few words to honor the hundreds of lives that have perished in the defense of Tacet Stella, Vice Admiral Flynn addresses the hall. It's time to plan our next move. The Republic has been decimated. In these dark times, we need a firm hand to lead the counterattack. As a first step, the Council has promoted me to Admiral. I promised not to disappoint you. I will make the Children of the Sun pay for the assassination of Admiral Xiao. The whispers among the crowd make it clear that the majority of captains were not informed of the changes. The Interstellar Republic usually chooses its commanders democratically from among the captains in higher ranks. An election behind closed doors was not customary, but, in your view, necessary. With war imminent, there is no time to go back and forth on who should take the lead. Promoting the second in command certainly seems the most efficient way to proceed. What is the situation at Tacet Stella? The meeting opens up to a forum. You ask for permission to speak to inquire about the situation at the old headquarters. Sacrifice of Captain Scott and her crew was enough to balance the battle. Only a handful of ships guard the destroyer Phoenix, Admiral Naruto's ship. The final attack was powerful enough to pierce their shields and leave the engines completely useless. If Narutos is unprotected, we must act as soon as possible. We have information that Admiral Narutos has left the ship to lead the space conquest, but if he thinks we won't act, he underestimates us. We'll destroy the ship long before they see it coming. However, we must be cautious. It might be yet another trap by the Children of the Sun. They may well be waiting for us to slip up to kill those of us left alive. Yeah, I don't agree with waiting. I mean, that's the point of a counterattack, right? You act as soon as possible, not wait to see how things turn out. The longer we wait, the lower our chance of success. I understand your concern. The Phoenix is a fearsome enemy and currently at our mercy. But we don't know what Admiral Nartos has in store. An unplanned attack could easily land us in an ambush. I will not begin my command by sending my men into a death trap. That does not make any sense. The Phoenix warship is a masterpiece of engineering, a weapon of such stature. It has played a decisive role in every war the Children of the Sun have won. It was even able to stop the Genesis, the best warship of the Republic. If the Children of the Sun were to recover it, that would certainly tip the scales in their favor. Listen to the rest of the hearing. The council concludes and the gigantic hall quickly empties. The constant disagreements have sapped your spirits. Far from consolidating you as a unit, the attack has divided you more than you thought. The various groups of captains have taken different sides, supporting the representatives they believe to be the most qualified for the position of admiral. Even if it bothers them to see Flynn as Admiral of the Republic, returning the blow to the Children of the Sun is much more important. After hours of debate, Flynn and the rest of the senior officials start planning the assault. Even if you take your time setting up the offensive, the Republic would make the Children of the Sun pay for everything they have done. Go back to the ship. You enter the headquarters to meet Darrell Flynn, the newly appointed Fleet Admiral of the Interstellar Republic, to update him on the status of the Genesis. There are far fewer captains than there were at the Council. The delay until the attack of Tacet Stella is making you extremely nervous, as waiting too long could have fatal consequences. Look for Admiral Darrell Flynn. Captain Schmidt, good to see you. Captain Scott wouldn't stop talking about you even after she finished your training. She was sure you would go far. Her death has been a hard blow for us. As I'm sure you are aware, since it's all the younger captains talk about, Admiral Xiao may have had the highest authority, but there was no captain more famous and beloved than Jane Scott. That's what I wanted to talk to you about, Admiral. We found the Genesis. Flynn cannot disguise his look of surprise. You give him an overview of the situation, mentioning the tracker you placed. Splendid work, Schmidt. Recovering the Genesis might give us some advantage. I'll send Captain David Robinson to accompany you with 2 tow ships. Your mission will be to secure the ship's anchorage for its transport to the headquarters docks. As you command, Admiral.
We'll set off immediately. We will escort you to the ship and begin to dock, sir. Keep your eyes peeled. We could run into enemy ships in the sector.
Understood, Captain. We'll keep the rear and jump once you confirm the coordinates.
Roger. Crew, to your positions. Our current objective is to recover the Genesis.
All right. Now, on my way here, I did encounter a few bugs. Just in case you see this, I had to end up loading a few times and then going back and forth between sectors to get here. It is what it is. Just for future reference, of course. Now, let's get on with
Seriously?
it.
Another interception?
Activate the shields. All hands to battle stations. One of the enemy ships has been destroyed.
Now,
Excellent work, team. Are you all okay?
was that a regular interception? Or am I noticing something fishy here?
There it is. We've reached the coordinates. Mai, send the signal to the freighters immediately.
Yes, Captain.
Attention everyone. We must secure the construction of the docking structure. Notify me of any incoming signal. Captain, we've been detected.
To the battle stations. We must protect the cargo ships. We will not allow the Children of the Sun to capture the Genesis. One of the enemy ships has been destroyed.
I see, I'm not a very trusting, and I'm a very suspicious person, I suppose to say, by design. Why am I not surprised this happened?
One of the enemy ships has been destroyed. One of the enemy ships has been destroyed.
Docking structure complete, Captain.
Good work, team. Stay alert. We're not out of danger. We must finish off the Children of the Sun before leaving the area.
That was the last of the children's ships. It looks like we've made it.
It's the least we could do for Scott. I won't let Nartos have the Genesis.
Captain, we're receiving an incoming transmission from headquarters.
Seconds after mine notifies you, an incoming transmission appears in your command terminal carrying the symbol of the Republic. It must be important. On the screen, you can see the face of a woman you do not recognize. On her chest, she wears a Silver Republic badge. It seems that someone has been promoted to Flynn's former post. You answer instantly as you perform a military salute. This is Vice Admiral Kendra Mason of the Interstellar Republic. Respond immediately, Captain Schmidt. Captain Schmidt, at your service, Vice Admiral. We have received intel that the Children of the Sun are approaching Tasset Stella. They have returned for the Phoenix. Experienced captains near the objective are ordered to depart immediately and destroy it before it falls into enemy hands. There's no time to lose.
Crew, prepare to warp. We must finish off the Phoenix before the Children's reinforcements reach Tasset Stella. Let's finish what Scott started.
On your mark, Captain.
Indeed. I'm not waiting for this. Waiting seems like a stupid idea. Now, if you didn't notice the cut in the footage, I got absolutely plastered. Who would have thought that a disabled ship would come with so many armaments?
Captains, to your battle stations! We must finish off the Phoenix before the arrival of reinforcements. Focus fire on their shield generators. We can't damage it until we disable them completely.
On your command, Vice Admiral!
Approaching the sector. Destroy the ship immediately!
distracted!
Concentrate the attack! We don't have much time! Do not allow them to recover the Phoenix. We cannot lose this battle.
One of the enemy ships has been destroyed.
Enemy down! Mission accomplished, Captains. Leave the sector as soon as possible. We must minimize casualties and head to the headquarters immediately.
We're still alive. Barely. I didn't think we'd make it.
You underestimate my offensive capabilities. Underneath my sweet, charismatic exterior lies a true killing machine.
You've done well, everyone. We'll celebrate the victory after meeting Admiral Flynn in the headquarters.
Something tells me he's not gonna like what we did, but at the same time, yeah, I don't care about his opinion. You enter the facilities in high spirits. It's been your first victory, and with the Phoenix Destroyer vanquished, the enemy forces have been weakened. You head straight for the Admiral's office. There is much to talk about. The conflict has expanded. The Phoenix, the Genesis, the impetuous attack of Vice Admiral Mason. With all this in mind, you knock on the huge office door and are welcomed in. Captain Schmidt, I've been waiting for you. I wanted to congratulate you on your performance at Tacet Stella. It's been a long time since I've seen such mastery in battle. Scott was definitely right about you. Thank you, Admiral, but I'm guessing you didn't bring me here to congratulate me. The operation may have been successful, but such behavior on the part of Vice Admiral is completely unacceptable. Of course, most captains like yourself were summoned without my consent, and I can't blame them for taking orders from a superior. No punishment shall fall upon them. Mason assured us they were your orders. Kendra Mason has been removed from her military post. Her reckless act has been judged as high treason against the Interstellar Republic, and her sentence is death. Yeah, she kinda did the right thing. I don't agree with this. Admiral, she bravely led the attack. I know, Captain, there's nothing we can do. It's the Council's decision. Mason acted behind our backs, putting both the operation and the lives of the captains who followed her at high risk. Regardless of its success, insubordination and recklessness cannot go unpunished. Perhaps I could have interceded on her behalf if she had been present at the barracks, but the very coward has fled with part of our fleet and is hidden somewhere in the galaxy. We haven't heard from her since the Battle of Tacet Stella, but don't worry, we'll find her sooner or later. And what about the Genesis? The repairs of the Genesis are going particularly slowly. For years it's been the most sophisticated ship in our fleet, and the rebuilding it is proving a real challenge even for our best engineers. Nevertheless, returning it to its original state will not be enough. we must go one step further. This brings me to the reason for our meeting. I need a trusted captain to find Dr. John Banner, a brilliant former Republic engineer. He was in charge of the Genesis project, leading the teams that participated in the construction of the most advanced ship in our entire fleet. Can I find him? Dr. Banner has been an asset to the Interstellar Republic for many years. After the construction of the Genesis, he has been assigned to dozens of research missions during his career until just a few months ago. John was assigned to a ship of the Children of the Sun as an undercover agent. His analytical skills are unmatched. He leaked information from inside and sabotaged the project. Last we heard from him was that he had been discovered and managed to escape alive. That was 2 months ago. You must proceed to find him with the utmost caution. Children of the Sun are desperately looking for him. If they manage to catch him, where should we start? Dr. Banner's residence is a house on the outskirts of Endcliff, near the University of Space Engineering, where he taught before being recruited. You should talk to his wife, Anna. I must warn you, however, that she doesn't feel any special warmth towards us. One of our captains knocking on her door after her husband's disappearance might be crossing the line. At your service, Admiral.
With everything that's been going on, they're sending us on a rescue mission?
Banner is the only one capable of restoring the Genesis. If the Children of the Sun get a hold of it before we do, it's over.
At least they could have given us something to start with. Good luck, guys. You just have to look for a single person all over the universe.
We'll see what Anna says. We'll search for his trail for as long as it takes to find him.
Alright, everyone. Thank you for joining me at the beginning. I do intend on carrying on with this. It's been fun so far revisiting this gem of an indie game after so long in development. I will see you guys in the next episode.